This episode of CBTV is being sponsored by the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. I'll tell you more about them in a minute, but first here's our top stories. Today on CBTV Idaho, we're going to discuss construction that is happening at the old Rogers Hotel in Idaho Falls. We're going to discuss cemetery road improvements taking place in Idaho Falls, and we're going to give you a construction update on the Woodruff and 17th Street intersection. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you're watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back everyone to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, CBTV is your go-to resource for construction and development project news that is happening in your local area. We start this off as always with a local construction job post lead. So Baker Concrete Construction has an immediate need to fill 3 different positions. All these positions are local to Idaho Falls. They are all mid-level experience and they have a $70,000 to $90,000 annual salary. We're looking at general superintendent, warehouse manager, and project superintendent. So there's a link in the description below the video. You can follow that link to get more information on any of these positions and how to apply for them. Our story number 1 is going to be the construction that has begun this week on the intersection of Woodruff and 17th Street. So the improvements to the Woodruff and 17th Street intersection began yesterday, April 3rd. Contractors for Idaho Falls Power began working on moving utilities early in the week. Initial utility work required the westbound right lane of 17th Street to be closed in the project area. Access to area businesses are remaining open. So in the coming weeks, additional notifications are going to be made regarding the next steps in the project and the resultant significant impacts to traffic at the intersection and the surrounding area. So motorists going through this intersection are encouraged to use alternate routes throughout the duration of the project, which is expected to be completed in the fall. The traveling public should expect traffic delays, detours, and various lane and road closures. The intersection will ultimately be widened to improve traffic flow, reduce congestion, and accommodate forecasted population growth. If you find value in the content that I provide every Tuesday, you can show your appreciation and support by hitting the like button below the video. You can also follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Let's hit story number 2. Story number 2 is going to be the cemetery road improvements in Idaho Falls. So on Tuesday, March 7th of 2023, bids were received and opened for the Fielding Cemetery Road Improvement 2023 project. The purpose of this project is to provide street improvements from a gravel road to a paved asphalt road. The project was awarded to Knife River Communication, and it's going to consist of installing 100 cubic yards of road base and 450 tons of plant mix in the Fielding Cemetery. This project is scheduled to begin on June 1st of 2023 and should take a week to complete barring unforeseen conditions. The work is going to involve road closures, but cemetery personnel will be working closely with the contractor during funeral times to reduce the impacts to visitors and funeral services as much as possible. Before I get to my final story, I have a quick message from our sponsor, the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. Are you an employee that would like to develop the skills of your team? Or are you an individual who would like to enhance and develop your own skills? The Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center is exactly the place to do just that. Although sponsored by CEI, this is a unique center in the area because it's driven by you, the business. It is right in the tagline, industry-led, community-supported. This center focuses on high-demand trades in the area, such as construction, manufacturing, HVAC, plumbing, heavy equipment, and so much more. So I encourage you to take the time to learn about it. It could be just what you're looking for to build a better workforce. You can contact Penny Lyon at 208-535-5409, or you can email her at penny.lyon@cei.edu for more information. Now to our final story. The final phase of a renovation project on the old Hotel Rogers building in downtown Idaho Falls is nearing completion. Since buying the 4-story building at 360 B Street in October 2020, Chuck Faber has been heavily involved in renovating a portion of the building into an Airbnb and apartment space. So on the top floor, there's going to be 2 3,500 square foot penthouse suites with a large gourmet kitchen, a personal sauna, a pinball machine, pool table, dartboard, and other amenities. There will be a total of 16 apartments on the second and third floor. The penthouse suites have been completed for almost a year, and his team is finishing the construction on the apartments and the elevator. He anticipates being able to rent the space by May 1st, barring any further delays. The ground floor for this project will become the home of the new upscale nightclub called Whatever.Club. This nightclub is going to include a stage and a dance floor where live bands were performed along with elevated DJ booths. This part of the building is ideally going to open on July 4th. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Construction Business TV in the Idaho Falls area. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV. Thank you all so much for your support. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to Construction Business TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. If you have any questions of any of the construction projects that are happening in your local area, make sure you leave a comment in the section below the video. Thank you guys again. Drive safe.